What an unreal game. It's 25-25 going into overtime, most likely, unless there's some miracle. I mean, can you believe that score? 25-25. Jamie, is that insane or what? That's perfect. And there's another Pierce. Apparently, there was a big sack. There was this big sack made by a guy named Pierce, and he had a fumble, and he came right up the middle, and he had that big sack. And, you know, when you have a big sack in the NFL, you get really rewarded. So, oh my God, 25-25. Who knew this was going to be a big game? Who knew that it was going to be such a balanced, equal game? It's almost fixed. Transfixed. By the way, that's Daniel Jones was either it was one of two options. He either had a bloody mouth or he was wearing lipstick in support of trans athletes, as Jamie clearly proved in bowling. There's steroid allegations, and there is allegations of gender abuse. And literally abuse of the gender, claiming to be a female when... Oh, look at this. All right, let's get into 21 seconds. Let's go into overtime. And wow, I can't even believe it. Do you believe this, James? Sorry about that. I'm still in character from last night's Saturday Night Live. But in general, this is just me. I am just an energetic, hyper, very kind, loving human being, in my opinion. And let's see if they get into overtime. Wow, what an incredible game of 25-25. Who knew that this was going to be an overtime special in Germany, of all places? Let's see what happens here. Whoa. Who dropped it? Darnell Mooney. See, a lot of people don't know this, but I actually call Drake Darnell. So to have Drake and Darnell versus Pierce and Daniel is really, really, really funny if your name is Drake and Pierce Reeses. So, guys, I love you very, very much. I miss you more than anything you can imagine. I don't know what's wrong with people these days that can't understand how special watching football Sundays with your father is, and how insane this game is, that this is the first of many Reese's Bowls, and you need to have one Drake and one Pierce playing each other for it to be an official Reese's Bowl. So this is exciting stuff. I hope they don't go on the same team. Oh no. I wonder if that will ever actually happen. My two boys getting along and loving. Now, my name is Dan Reeses. I would never do anything on a small stage, so this is me personally thanking Roger Goodell, the NFL, and all the people and players involved in making this game a really, really special game for me, my kids. Even though we're not together, we were able to bond together over this. The game is in a different part of the world. My boys and I are barely a mile apart, and we're separated illegally. So all I can do is just be a really proud dad and say that I love them more than anything, and stay positive and be very strong during a very difficult time in my life that most people find to be comical or entertaining to watch me in pain. But I assure you, 25-25. Now this is a memorable game. Today is 11-9. My boys are 9-11. I don't know how much thicker the coincidence can get. Just wanted to say thank you to Mr. Roger Goodell and the NFL for putting on the ultimate show during a time that I really needed something like this, and my boys needed it. And I just wanted to personally thank everyone that put their heart and soul into making this possible. I understand why it had to be moved. I understand all aspects. And please look at the history of the stadium that they're in, and the significance of the name. I wonder who gets ball first. All right, let's just continue watching this. Wow. Final score is 31-25. What an epic game. What an unbelievably epic game. Epic. I am speechless. 31 is the winning score. Who would have predicted? Unbelievable. So you know what I was thinking about now that this is the second part. First off, it's great being driven. That's number one. Number two, what? I'm serious.
First of all, it's great.
It is. Second of all, Miss Resnick, now that people are changing their names to whatever they want to be called, like
for example?
Well, like Mal. Just decided to be Miss Reese's. But
Yeah.
why don't you go by Mrs. Whalen Yutani dash Mrs. Whalen Yutani, and let's see. First off, it's a legitimate, like, hyphenated, like.
I just want to be.
Because I want to be Mr. Whalen Yutani, but my name is Dan Reeses and we have no relations. But when we're together, if you're like, hi, I'm Mrs. Whalen Yutani, and I just like give the tip of the old cap.
I think it'd be amazing, and I'd love to see how people react. Because
The closest Pierce Bainbridge is the closest thing that I have to Whalen Yutani. You believe fucking Levy's text message this morning? Of all fucking people. The guy that orchestrated or assisted in the kidnapping of my children has a comment.
Like, keeps tabs on all your videos.
What a fucking
notes.
talented
This is
Mr.
how
Ripley
I imagine
motherfucker.
him to be every day. He'd be like, "Dear diary, today Dan said for the 200."
You're just really into the Gone Girl. You're into the Gone Girl. Yeah. I do more in one day than Levy has done in 2 years of being released from federal prison for con artistry of elderly people.
I don't understand the concept behind him just continually sending these.
Have you ever?
rude
I'll tell you.
messages
Have you ever
instead of- it's
seen?
like either-
Have you ever seen the movie The
either
Talented
or
Mr. Ripley?
Yes.
Why don't you just say that we just finished?
Yes, we just finished it.
We have 50 minutes left. It keeps going.
Oh my God, there's 50.
Oh my, yeah, like when you think the
thought it was
movie is over. Oh my God.
And then
when
there's
you're-
like a couple of minutes left.
Oh God, no.
That's
It's-
a very long movie. My God.
You know, I after making, Jamie, I swear to God, yesterday,
Yeah.
when I filmed that video, Sam Raimi had something to do with the. I saw.
Yeah.
I'm not like.
Did a movie, a different movie you saw it in the
No,
theater, like a
no,
poster?
no. It was on the screen. I mean, look, I could attribute this to making just a huge mistake, which is totally plausible. I could attribute it to the Mandela effect of waking up the next day after the. Remember, I had the videos downloaded, so the scrambling and the editing process gets done in the background without you actually knowing it, since the final product can or cannot, may or may not be altered without you knowing it. I think it's Mandela,
Mandela.
like Nelson Mandela, not Mandela. It's not like Mandela's. It's not like the chocolate conglomerate. The Mandela's Corporation effect. That's one of the funniest Seinfeld when he's like it's not Goldman, it's not Spider-Man. It's Spider-Man.
And she's like, Dee, it's not Spider-Man.
Oh, that was
He's
Friends? That was Friends? It's not Spider-Man.
It's like, he's not an accountant. It's Dan Spider-Man.
Dan Wolf.
Oh, Dan Wolf.
But that was the name of the guy who had the blurb, right?
No, Dan Wolf is the man from Disney. Who
Yeah.
published the book
No. Yeah.
written by
But Dan Wolf's a real human
Randy.
being.
The dentist.
Randy the dentist.
Randy, who's the dentist? Dr. Barry Farber. Dr. Barry Farber. The Barry Farber wrote.
You know, if your name is Randy, like no matter what you do, you're just like I have a Randy I know, and he sells like
Seashells by the seashore.
wheelchairs for people who need to get from not wheelchairs, like indoor elevators for handicapped people to go from the first floor to the second floor.
Okay.
You know, like when you're
I know what you mean,
when they were always on TV.
Uh-huh.
So like, what would you call that job? Like he's a salesperson.
salesman.
He's a salesman.
Yeah.
So he's a Randy salesman.
He's a Randy.
You know what I'm saying?
Totally.
Like you can add Randy to the beginning. Like he's a Randy wheelchair installer, like wheelchair or like I don't know what is the name? Indoor. There was a name of it's an indoor elevator. Do you remember when the zoning board rejected Murray Kirshner's request
Elevator?
to have one of those installed?
I
Well, I mean,
remember that.
if you're gonna let him do it, you're gonna let anyone who needs a handicap
we're just gonna let
Why
anyone
wouldn't
put
you
in
let?
an elevator?
Why wouldn't you let anybody? You fucking idiots! I don't understand. This
I don't
township
understand
is.
that someone wanting to put an elevator. It's
I
like,
can't
You're not
understand.
putting it on the outside of the house.
Even if it's on the outside of the house, if it's not like literally like a glass elevator that's offensive to your neighbors. And honestly, between me and you, this is the United States of America. You should be able to put a fucking glass elevator. Plus, that'll be really cool. You know, like some chocolate Charlie and the Chocolate Factory type shit.
But yeah, I think cool.
I'm a glassy guy.
You are a glassy guy.
You know, I'll tell you something. Watching the edited footage from last night really begs the question of why is the modern day studio in this rigid sound cave podcast studio, or any studio that we use. Look at this.
Why do
Salad House. I heard that place tastes like shit. I don't know anything about
they
it.
toss a lot of salad there.
They toss a lot of salad. I have not. You know,
It's an
honestly,
underground
can I tell you
salad
something?
tossing ring
Can I tell you
in
the
Livingston.
truth about Salad House? I actually don't know anything, because I wouldn't go in there since before I even really met the guy. The owner of Salad House sent the most insane slew of text messages behind my back about me with your ex-husband.
About me and about
It is the most inappropriate,
Totally.
and
But like, you know what? It's so like he is a business owner, and his whole point of
Allegedly.
his texts were to go against our business and us running our business. That's how it started. Because
yeah, as a
us-
small business owner,
so like as a
it's
small business, it's not a nice look. It's not a good look on you.
well, it's like a self-hating Jew
Like,
type
really?
of thing. There's a lot of people who are extremely jealous of. You got to remember a couple of things. When you and I started working together, I had about 10 pawn shops I was managing. Numbers are very important to these people. The quantity of locations, most human beings don't really understand that the more locations you have doesn't necessarily mean that you're earning a larger amount of profit, especially when you're not on like a regional franchise
It's a
level.
much bigger headache.
It's not just a bigger headache.
people.
One of the biggest mistakes that I personally made is that I became so successful in the industry is that I was my only competition, meaning that I was just competing with my own other locations. I could have just run the same amount of revenue with about 4, maybe 5 locations that I did with 9. But those mistakes, you know, the management was not all on my shoulders. My mother made the final decision, and she insisted on certain locations either maintaining open or, like, for example, the Montclair location was horrible. The Elizabeth location should never have been open. The Paramus location. These are all my mother's ideas that I was at the beck and call for, because as the owner of the business, she, you know, I had to give her some leeway in this entire process. And for me, I was really focused on making sure that payroll is covered and the business grows and crazy things like that.
Yeah.
So I always did the job of 5, 6 people. So when I failed at like my 7th job, people would get extremely upset with me, and they couldn't really understand that the only reason we're at this place is because of the work that I've already done, that people are not really cognizant of.
Yeah. Well, you're always doing things, even when you're doing other things.
Well, and that's the whole point, is that we have to run an errand on Route 10. Why not discuss some of the I'd normally be discussing in front of a whiteboard? And one of the main things that I really find fascinating, oh my God, there's the place that we didn't go to yesterday. Maybe they're opening something called the Gravel Pit. So
Comment. Maybe there's some.
look, Jamie, it's the identical car that you drive in front of us.
I don't know. It's my doppelganger.
It's almost like if somebody wanted to cause some interference in this filming, they would first need to pull over to that person or interfere with that person.
Totally.
Can you do me a favor and just stay behind this car?
I'm gonna.
Cool, thanks. So,
Wait, you were talking about something else that was interesting.
you changing your name to Waylon
Oh,
Yutani?
yeah, I'm definitely doing that.
Monday.
Up
it's
here
Sunday.
is the office, Social Security office. Change your name. I'm hopping in.
How do you know that?
Because I had to do it once before.
Oh,
It's a real pain in the ass.
because what'd you just throw out?
My gum.
You know,
I
I'll
only
be honest
shook
with you.
off for like a minute.
I'll be honest
I
with
just
you.
got
I am
like a
totally.
rash.
Can I tell you something? My father-in-law would always yell at me for like throwing a wrapper out the window or something like that.
Oh, please.
I've seen this guy spit in cars on multiple occasions. Like, not once. But,
Same car. It's
like,
not
spit
crystal.
at... No. Like,
Yeah.
guys and...
God, how dare you?
This has happened
Out the
two,
window.
maybe, I know for a fact it happened 2 times in front of my eyes, where one time there was a man that was parked crooked, so he just spits inside of his car.
No, he did not. That is disgusting.
Mel was there.
Oh.
And then the second time he got into like a verbal altercation, and like when the guy went into the store, he spit into his car.
Ew.
I know,
That's
it was
so
unbelievable.
That's gross. Spitting's disgusting.
But this is the same man that lectures me about throwing a gum wrapper out the window. And when I think about like throwing a wrapper out the window, it's really like about staying honest to yourself. Like, I pee in the shower. I pee in the shower because... What?
Wait, you're so funny though. It was Seinfeld. It just keeps coming back.
Because
you
you gotta... Yeah, of course. You gotta be who you are. You can't just create a character and believe. Yeah, like, you can't just tell people like, I would never pee in the shower. That's disgusting. Well, I mean, like, look, that's cool. You could like pretend.
I'd like to know how many of those people actually have never actually.
I don't like hold it in to go wait to take a shower. I just want everyone to know that part. Like, I'm not like, oh, dude, like, I don't need to pee. I'm about to take a shower. No, I urinate and then go in the shower. But if I'm in the shower and I have to pee, I'm gonna pee. It's not part of my
All the Dan
routine.
Reese's fans out there.
What? You're really like fascinated with this? That this is the entire concept.
And now you know.
The entire first and foremost, it is almost impossible for you to have gotten that 163 yesterday. That's number one. Like, whatever chemicals that you're doing,
I'm juicing.
you are juicing. I knew that
I'm
new pear
juicing.
juice
You
that I
better
bought.
watch out.
Puff City.
You better watch out. 145 and then 163. What were your scores again?
My scores are irrelevant. I don't take steroids to make myself feel better about my bowling game. I mean, we all know you're competitive.
I leave the house.
You know what?
and
I bet
go bowl.
this whole thing ends with me and you finally playing a game of tennis. And I'm gonna... Did you see this? They put up a restaurant in like Chimney Rock Inn. They added the chimney, they added the rock, they added the inn.
And why did they
1863, because I think it's a
Eat at the Rock.
franchise.
Eat at the Rock.
Eat at the Rock.
I think they could have just done much.
They worked way too hard.
way too hard.
Not working hard. Like,
I mean, that sign alone, Eat at the Rock, is very
it's an
expensive.
expensive.
Sign.
It's an expensive sign. Yeah.
Jesus H. Christ. That was very funny. So, what do you want to talk about that big game tonight?
I want to talk about the
Pretty
fact that there's a
mind-blowing.
line for BJ's Gas on Sunday night.
Yeah, hell yeah, BJ's.
BJ's. You ever watch the show Archer?
I have watched the show Archer. It's a great.
They fall into Kenny Loggins' predicament, and Pam's solution is we could do BJ's for money. I've got $8 on me. Oh man, classic Pam. It's you. You are Pam. Season 5.
Can I pass this car now?
Yeah, Bogies is out of business.
So like, I gotta like this traffic.
What? Bogies is out of business.
Bogies.
Do you believe that?
Bummer.
Their tagline was "Simply great food." I've never been there. You know, can I tell you something?
Never.
I have a childhood experience I want to talk to you about.
Oh.
But after we run the errand,
All right.
we'll discuss a little bit further about a very interesting, surreal experience that I had from when I was a child. Why I believe that not only am I a victim of psychological torture at a young age, the reason why I say that is because there were bits and pieces of my childhood where I was allowed to feel normal, like as if I was part of a normal family.
Okay.
But these are literally like 3 or 4 nights out of like a 5-year span. Yeah, 5-year span.
Okay.
Listen, I'm going to run right now, but before I sign off, I just wanted to say, I'm fascinated with the story that I tell you, because one of the experiences I had, and they all revolve around my mother really being a normal mom.
Okay.
And I'll tell you about two of these experiences. And I talk a lot of shit, but I'm gonna tell you about two positive experiences that I remember with my mother and stepfather.
Excellent.
Over the course of, I believe I was around 11 when he moved in. I want to say something like that. I want to probably somewhere in fifth grade, at the end of fifth grade. My mom got divorced from my dad and had the man that she was cheating on him with move in within hours. It was phenomenal, and he kept his car hidden in the garage.
No way.
Yeah, it was really traumatic. But there was these two incidents when they were both for my mother's birthday. And one of them, and I'll give him credit, I don't know how he did it. I mean, now that I look back at it, I'm pretty sure that it has something to do with I call him my stepfather, but he was really my mother's boyfriend. There was a very accelerated relationship, and I attribute a lot more credit to this man's existence in this world because he was a big part of my development. He really taught me what not to do. And one of the things that he taught me that was very interesting is he was he's a selfish human being. He really spent a lot of time grooming himself, and he was like a cat. Hey, let me go for a second. What was the noise?
I was thinking about I saw an ad for the generator, and I thought about the power of it.
You're just simple thinking human.
That's it.
You're not very complicated, are you?
No.
You would make a perfect robot for the Weyland-Yutani Corporation.
Weyland-Yutani has actually already inquired.
One of the things that I found fascinating about Levy's spew of insanity from this morning was,
Makes no sense.
if anyone doesn't know who Levy is, watch the movie Talented Mr. Ripley. And if Freddie Miles and Tom Ripley had a baby, and he doubled in the size, no, tripled the size of Freddie Miles in the Talented Mr. Ripley, that is what you would get with Levy, boater shoes and all.
Yeah, you did say he likes a boater shoe, no sock.
A boater shoe with no socks. Man, I got fucking the stories that I could tell you about Levy. But one interesting story that Levy... Well, what I was going to tell you was I was going to finish telling you. So I swear to God that I think I went out to dinner maybe a dozen times with my mother until I started paying for it when I was like 16 or 17.
Okay. Oh, so what was this story, this good memory of your childhood?
So there was a restaurant inside of... So my stepfather, my mom's boyfriend, would spend a lot of time... like a cat, like licks himself. He would spend a lot of time at the JCC. He would go to like the banya, and like he would turn like the steam room into like a Russian bathhouse. He was a very confident man. It was one of those guys that and my mom.
Wasn't he much younger?
He was much younger. Yeah, he was more like an older brother to my brother. I would say he was probably like 26 when my brother was like 15. When my mom...
Oh my God.
Yeah, I know. That's what I'm saying. It's very traumatic.
Wow.
Right. So he would go to this JCC that is the basketball program now, and I think he might have met someone there. So we would go to this restaurant, which is literally 3 tables inside of like a converted house, and it's run by 2 gay men.
Okay.
And one of them is the waiter / maitre d', and the other one is the chef.
Okay.
Jamie, the food was phenomenal. The experience was phenomenal. And there's a movie called Big Night. You ever seen that movie?
I think so.
Well, the second experience was, it was for my mom's birthday. And the rotating restaurant in the Marriott Marquis? In New York City, there's a rotating... of that location at the time was the same dude that got me the job at Fawnstock that told me I could sleep over his house the one time, where it was beyond creepy. And do you want to know the weirdest part of this whole experience of why I completely forgot to tell you? So it was Hanukkah, and we were kind of like close with this man, and he was like a surrogate, like uncle type of figure, and he gives me like, I'm a 13-year-old boy, and he gives me briefs as underwear for, I swear to fucking God. And they were like not like the boxer briefs. They were like the real like cock piece briefs. Like and they were like zebra. No.
No, they were like briefs.
No, like brief, like a male stripper cock piece.
Oh God, really?
Oh my God, I'll never forget it. And he had good taste and stuff. He was the one that told me about deodorant that is the same smell as cologne. Obviously, I went through puberty and found out that the male body secretes sweat that does not get covered by European scent stick. And I needed, something from Gillette or...
You needed a product.
Yeah, like a real thing. But when I was like... but the point of what I was saying was my mom was totally cool with this guy giving me underwear as a Hanukkah present. And he never had a girlfriend. He was pretty openly gay. He did the whole bow tie thing, manager of a restaurant bow tie thing.
But did he give you other clothes in addition to the
No.
Oh, okay.
No.
Because then I would be like, maybe he was just being nice
No.
to give you a wardrobe.
No, he gave me the gayest thing that you can give.
Underwear.
It wasn't just that. It was just
Like
very
underwear.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I got teased about it and everything. I didn't give a fuck. I knew that I was in great shape and
Oh, you wore them.
Oh, I rocked them, and I had these white Umbros. So when I wore, there were 3 colors. Like it was black, zebra. It was black on white zebra, blue on white zebra, and white on black.
Oh my God!
So when I wore them, you could see them through the Umbros. And I got teased at. With the same girl that went on a date with me, actually, weirdly enough, that girl Jessica Leonard. She was 3 years older than me. She was I think she was like in 9th or 10th grade, and I was going into 7th grade, and that's who I went to Forrest Gump with. That was Brett Niedermeyer took Jonna. I forgot her last name. She was from Succassana, New Jersey. Oh, I don't remember her name. Anyways, good-looking girls. Brett ended up being. He's redheaded, Jamie, so you got to give him a break. He's also a voice coach, and I think he coaches bands and stuff. But so the second experience was my stepdad organized for a limo to pick us up and take us to the Marriott Marquis restaurant. But he didn't do it through a limo company. He knew a guy that owned a limo.
Amazing.
So this is like, I want to say 1990.
Was it like a jalopy limo, or was it like
it was a very jalopy. No, this is like 1997, and the limo that shows up is like square. And there was like a big difference between square Lincolns and like the round Lincolns in the 90s. Like you could definitely tell that this is like, remember the movie Wayne's World?
I do.
That was a nice limo. Like he shows up in a modern limousine. What my stepfather ordered or knew was, and it was like a big ass fucking Lincoln that's made bigger. It wasn't even like, it didn't even feel like you're in a limo, because the Lincoln itself, that giant square Lincoln, is a big fucking car. So it was just a little bit bigger in the back seat. So we get into this thing, and it just like reeks of just booze and vomit, cigarettes. And it's just, it's had its day like a decade ago. It wasn't like almost out of commission. And you know what? Nancy, Mallory's friend Nancy's dad, owns a limo company, Maz Limo, and I'll tell you some stories. And Mallory told me the most horrible things you can imagine about this human being. And looking back on it, it was like
criminal acts.
Well, her father and him didn't get along. He called him Pond Scum. That was his name for him. So that was weird. And like, the guy was just trying to earn a living, and they had like some business arrangement where Nancy's dad used the answering service for like night limos.
Okay.
It was all Long Island conflict, one thing after another.
Long Island conflict.
It is. That's all it is. It's just people from Long Island being angry at each other. So this video, the reason why I wanted to film it is we're going to be starting a new format. No, I'm just kidding. Everything's going to be the same. But for all you idiots out there that can't understand what the point of all this is, Obviously, I'm not going to explain myself. I am just going to do it. And I will express to you that I've already been arrested several times for doing nothing more than the same thing that I've done for the last decade, which is publishing content on social media that concerns me, my job, as well as my personal life. I am fully allowed to do this. The entire concept of people telling me what is a violation of my human rights. I think that dangling my love of my children in front of me in order to attempt to silence me is sadistic. It's idiotic. It's borderline suicidal socially, because what you're doing is you're going against a human being who is myself, a very, very intense human being I am extremely relentless, and I think that people are miscalculating just how long of a chess game I'm willing to play for this matter to not resolve itself, but for me to resolve it. Court, federal court, Supreme Court, I don't give a fuck. I will never stop until this is completely over. And the last time I checked, it'll never be over, because kidnapping is a crime, attempted murder is a crime, and so is conspiracy and racketeering. And these things are just never going to go away until they're resolved. So no matter how much you want to pretend like I am the catalyst and I'm the bad guy and all this, you're going to see video after video after video that'll completely disprove your entire theory. Do you understand?
That's it. Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, that's
Wait
it.
till they see.
Jamie, so those are my two experiences, but there are hundreds of really negative experiences that I don't really talk about, like spending months at a time being ignored. Look at that, right on command.
Yeah, I hear you. I think that.
Did you go out to dinner a lot with your family?
Yeah, I mean, not like a lot, but we went out to dinner. I mean, like my parents like to spend money when they had it. They definitely like to take us on nice vacations. And I give them that much. They were Freddie parents, but they did.
What's a Freddie parent?
I said cruddy parents.
Oh, cruddy.
But they took us on some really great vacations, and
that never happened to me. I never went one time.
They
with my mom.
My mom planned some epic trips. Really.
And you had a birthday party when you were a kid?
Beyond amazing. Oh yeah.
I never had one birthday party.
Oh, I had birthday parties.
Don't you think that's so sad?
I had, you know what? I still remember. I had a magician come to my 5th birthday party or something, and everyone was amazed. He could put my elbow like this, and milk came and filled up a cup. He had the place. No one could even. I'll never forget it. It was amazing. He was the greatest magician. I have a picture too.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Those are really good memories. All right, I got to turn this off. I'm just saddened by how good your childhood was and how horrible mine was. And on that note, enjoy your Sunday night. You know what I find so fascinating? Slightly off topic, but I find it fascinating that there are people that are making a legal argument that not having your children with you is not an emergency.
Oh my God!
That is the same argument that could easily be made, that if your children are kidnapped and you go to the police and be like, hey, lady, relax. They're alive, aren't they?
Right? No rush.
No
rush.
Why would we care?
No rush.
It's fascinating to me. I'm looking at it like, wait, what? Are these people serious right now?
It's gross.
I mean, you just don't understand that one of the things in the 24 days that I was illegally incarcerated in Essex County Jail, I learned that there are thousands, if not tens of thousands of men that don't want to take responsibility for the children they fathered or be a role player in their children's lives. Where I'm looking at this and I'm saying, people, are you completely insane? Have you guys lost your minds? Do you think that these boys are just going to disappear and they're not going to grow up and be like, wait a second, but our dad was screaming of what's going on and you all just tolerated all of this and supported it all? It's unbelievable.
I mean, if you take a step back, you were unlawful.
Like, what would happen
Like,
if
thrown
something,
out of
God
your
forbid, would
house.
happen to my children and they get
Right.
hurt? Like, who's taking responsibility for this?
Right, like who's contacting you if something happens either?
Like, what on earth is going on? That's why I'm like, wait, what? Like, I'm in a juxtaposition where basically, like, if I do anything proactive as far as contacting, I don't even know their numbers, to tell you the truth. It is complete insanity of what's going on.
Yeah.
And I've raised enough concern for normal-minded individuals to be like, wait a second, something is very wrong here. There's something very wrong with the town that supports all of this. Yet, here we are.
Alas.
Yeah, here we are. So on that note, me being extremely upset and acting like I'm happy in a movie or bowling alley, and people pointing to that, they're missing the entire point of this story.
Yeah.
They're missing that I am a human being who is in so much pain that it is both unwatchable, yet you cannot stop watching at the same time. It is the not movie. It is the movie that you think about while it's not made or in front of your screen.
Yeah, it's amazing.
It's absolutely nauseating and fixating at the same time.
It is.
One of the things that I point to is that it took me 20 years to really tell Levy to go fuck himself. And it started with a show called The Boondocks with a character named Uncle Ruckus and Stinkmeaner. And Levy knows that. You know what's really crazy about all of those like 90s? Can I tell you the weirdest part about the whole thing? When Lenny Dykstra told me the story about how when he wrote his memoir, which is a New York Times bestseller, and he wrote it himself, when he wrote his memoir, he was in the middle of writing it and he wanted inspiration, so he flew and met Stephen King by ringing on his doorbell. And this is a true story. I have hundreds of Lenny Dykstra stories. My rendition of Lenny's stories are better than Lenny's because Lenny is not able to really like speak. He mumbles. You know, he's got a lot going on, and I hope he's doing well. And just like every other good relationship that I've ended in my life, it ended on a high note. And Lenny and I keep in touch through the fact that we can reach out to each other at any time. But when you talk about human beings that use other human beings, you look at good relationships where Lenny used me, I used Lenny, we had a good dynamic. It looks like he moved on, he has other people that he whatever, right. But I knew that I needed to save him as a living legend and someone that basically was discarded because he was at a time where really black athletes were the dominant marketed group through Nike, Reebok, and other types of with Michael Jordan and all that other stuff. So he was he was kind of like a victim almost of reverse racism in the sports community where they were making up. I mean, there were a lot of movies and there was a lot of conversation about Jackie Robinson, Jackie Owens, other men named Jackie. No, not at all. Not at all. And once again, it really begs the question of what kind of a support system did Lenny have? Right. And, you know, the stories about him not speaking to his brothers who ended up stealing money. But I can go on forever on this one. We are here because I'm cooking tonight. Just making some pasta with garlic and oil. I'm ready. But there's like a story I wanted to tell. But I can't turn around because I can't show the office and all the legal papers. So I have to always be facing one way.
I understand. So you're doing it right now?
Well, I'm doing it tonight after we get garlic. I don't understand how you can maintain a home without garlic.
Please, all right. I put it on the list.
Of all your steroid use, you'd think that you'd pick up some fucking garlic.
Travels, you could stop and pick up some garlic.
My travels? I don't go anywhere, Jamie. I'm working. You know what I'm doing, and
garlic, you know.
I'm not picking up any garlic. You maintain for two adults like the bare minimum that we need. For some reason, we have all the things. The only thing we're walking in here. No more. What are you? Why are you always doing laundry? How much? I wear the same thing almost every single day. It barely even hits the floor. It's so fast. Stop cleaning shit. Only crazy people.
I
laugh
am a
like
laundress.
This.
I like to make sure everything's clean. Okay.
If you had a choice.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Let's say
the
this is the
turn down
1920s.
service in your side of the house not up to par.
It's good.
You know, like please,
It's fine.
give me a break. I'll leave it for you.
I don't know
next
why,
time.
but I don't. Can I tell you the truth about like your entire
Oh God.
viewpoint on all of this? If you can just focus on the really important tasks that we have on a daily basis, I can then finish doing my job, and we can just end the conflicts in our life and make a lot of money very quickly.
Let's do it.
Are you sure
I'm
you?
so ready.
All right. Listen to me very carefully. We are buying only garlic, parsley, and I mean, at this point, we should get some chicken. Because I could just,
Wait,
cube
the
it up.
funniest thing is that you're telling me we're getting the bare minimum. You walk into any store and you are
I mean, at this point, we should
like
get chicken.
a kid on Christmas. Everything is so exciting and fresh and new. Going shopping with you is very fun. It would make anyone happy. You shop so fast.
Let's see how I shop. I call your bluff. Hey, we got a...
What?
So, just chicken?
What kind of chicken?
Just regular breasts that I could cube up.
Oh, you mean like chicken breast?
Yeah. And you know what? I never knew what a budget was until like 2 years ago.
Yeah.
And then maybe 3 at this point. Like when the first time I ran out of money, it was like the weirdest thing. I could look at prices and stuff. So now I have to make a lot of money just so I could get back the lifestyle that I had, that I got because.
So my
get the garlic.
gauge of always success was the day I don't have to put my own furniture together.
Right.
When it just comes
you
delivered.
said that to me.
It's not a truck.
Yeah, I don't know.
Can you please walk us? Thank you. All right, we need garlic.
Once you own a bunch of buildings, wait, stop. Do me a favor. You just pick up this giant, big bag. All right.
Let's go. Let's get parsley right here.
All right. One of them's the Italian parsley. The other one's not. Can you look up which one's the Italian parsley?
I know which one is Italian.
The one that says Italian parsley?
Yeah.
Okay. You are a smart human being.
Let's talk about it. How much do you want?
That's
One
enough.
bunch?
Yeah.
All right. Great. We got fresh peeled garlic, parsley, little pasta, butter.
Mushrooms. We need mushrooms.
See, he's already added one thing, folks. What kind of mushrooms?
You need a lot of mushrooms. You got to take this.
These?
I'm actually not going to touch anything. That's the
These
trick.
are the ones you want?
Yeah.
All right. What's next?
The chicken. All right, cheese. We have the balls of mozzarella that you bought.
Yes. We have farm. Chicken. You want chicken?
Yeah.
There's also chicken over there.
Got the $7.46 worth of chicken.
Okay.
And then, wait, do you remember when we were at ShopRite? And I was like, look at this Mike White looking motherfucker. Yeah.
The guy
Can you
on the
imagine
top
that
left
right now?
is Mike Watt in the gray sweatshirt.
Hey, Mike. You walked into that one. Wait, why don't you tell the story? You, me, and Mal. Last year, we were at ShopRite.
Okay.
And
we were just having a good day.
Yeah.
And we were all laughing. Just really, honestly, nothing.
And I would tell her, I would say, look at this guy. He's a Mike Watt looking motherfucker. Well, because it's Mark Reese's looking motherfucker. This guy's a Mark Reese's looking motherfucker. Look. It's a Mark Reese's looking motherfucker. So, yeah. So then,
you said
at that time, at the exact time, I was like, look at this guy. He's a Mike Watt looking motherfucker. And she goes, no, he looks nothing like Mike Watt. And it was Mike Watt. And she goes, I still don't think he looked like him. So right now we were filming this video, and I tell you, hey, Jamie.
Wait, that was
And
unbelievable.
it was almost like he was set up to be here. Yeah, you actually didn't see it?
I didn't see it.
What are we doing here? I'm so blown away by what happened. I'm literally just wandering around ShopRite right now.
now in kosher.
What are you getting?
Detergent.
Oh.
You know.
I'm so overwhelmed. Look, they did it. Look. They upgraded their counters.
Yeah.
They haven't upgraded it since I was in 4th grade.
Upgrade.
Oopgrad. It's on the right.
Says detergent's here.
I bet if I wasn't here, you'd have absolutely no problem getting everything you needed without a question. Jamie. All right. You know, I'm very overwhelmed by the detergent aisle. I've called.
One more over. Back of music is always on.
I'm not
You're in a place with food everywhere.
I'm not moving around. I just can't believe that it was the same. That was him.
What?
That was him. Yeah. Wait, should we get pasta? Like, do you have good pasta?
Let's get linguine.
I know. Let's get linguine. You can pick it out. See, like, I avoid conflict. I walk away when I feel like people don't have interest in communication. This giant bag of rice, $15. No, I really want to go. Did you pick up the linguine?
Yeah.
All right. Are you working out with the detergent? Weird lady, you know that? No, I find myself always hanging out with you. So this video is about the night before the release of yesterday's video.
What? Did you say? Can you translate?
This video is about what it's like to wait until the work that you really do is released. I'm just fascinated at being able to see myself on this thing.
On thing. Dan on camera.
This is just fascinating. Oh my god, it's so trippy. I think that people don't even need to do drugs if they have a YouTube channel like this. It is so, like, hypnotic.
I told you. It's the best laugh. The best laugh.
So
I
you
have.
didn't realize that
No.
during this entire
Nope,
thing when I was
did
saying
not
to you...
So when I looked up, when you said, look at that, Mike
What was-
Watt looked like
looking
I looked at
motherfucker.
an older man
Yeah.
who looked like Mike Watt would look in 20 years.
Did you think the other guy that I thought looked
And
like
then the
Mike
guy
Watt looked
behind
like
him who
Mike
was
Watt?
actually Mike Watt, I didn't even see. Did
Oh
not
my
even
God.
see. Did not even see him. Not even.
This poor guy, he can't even go to ShopRite.
He can't. Like, the ShopRite, wait. That's not Mike. No, it's Mike Watt.
I tried to, I was like, oh my god, this
And
is so good.
every time.
I couldn't keep a straight face when you were like, oh man, I don't know, like, he doesn't really look like Mike Watt. I was like, oh, he's
But
definitely
like the
coming.
most criminal thing we do at ShopRite is
See, I'm not a chef. You know this whole towel thing, Jamie?
yeah.
Father-in-law is a big, like, former. Big fan, yeah. I'm just a cook. I'm not a chef. You know, there's a lot of people who want to pretend to be chefs. They want to teach. I don't know how to do any of that stuff. The only thing I could do is cook simple meals. And I think it's important to teach kids or human beings. Right now, the oil is a little too hot, so we throw one mushroom in here. Wow, that's actually going to cook very well. In my opinion, this entire video is in my opinion, so I don't know why I need to... Oh, no, look at that. See, this is why I have certain tools that people always say, like, oh, why do you have this? Why do you have that? Because I need it. That's why. So, I like to cook vegetables, arugula, based on how long their cooking time is. So, a lot of people like to dump in garlic. I used to be a big fan of dumping in the garlic in the beginning, but the only way you put garlic in the beginning is whole cloves. Let them simmer down. Nothing is ever going to happen to you with too much garlic. No one's ever died of over-garlicking. So here we have a very simplified version. And the mushrooms are going to cook down in the oil. Sous chef.
Yes.
Can I have the oil, please? We need some more.
Here you go.
Thank you. Extra virgin. I have nothing to say about that. Oh my boy, Dad. Why did you start laughing? Everything's so funny to you. Yeah. So we're not going to add anything until this cooks down a little bit further. Heat needs to go up further. You know, I find that to be a big misconception whenever you're cooking is people find this endless need to wash. So, for example, I don't take apart bushels of dill, parsley, or any of that stuff because you're really using it as you need it. So for this part, I just need this much. And if you're at home, you want to follow along and do something like this. There's a ton of cooking recipes, but as you can see, I start out with everything prepped. I like to have everything prepped and ready to go before I start. Oh, look at these two little guys. They almost escaped. And so this is going to cook down, and all we're doing is adding the parsley just for the color. And then you want to add the salt. The salt really needs to be added, as well as, see, this is my Buck's Barbecue kit. I got to go to work next weekend. I don't know if any of you at home have ever worked with onion flakes, but they're excellent. And this is the most perfect cook's kit. I'm a cook. I'm not a chef. I want to remind you, everybody, I don't have original recipes. They invent pasta with garlic and oil. I just know how to cook it. You know, I never understood how the kernel is spelled colonel.
I
never understood that part.
I never.
Also, I mean, he seems like such a jolly, nice guy, but everybody from that area and that era that was white was racist.
Oh my God.
So
racist.
I don't know. I mean, the fried chicken's delicious. You can't say anything about that. All right.
It's true.
Lower the heat on the water. It's going to take a while. It just needs to be warm. And this is going to take a minute. Oh, thank you so much, Amy.
I'm here to let the audience know about the smells. The beautiful.
The smell-o-vision?
Exactly. So it smells very good. Plus, like, just in general, having like a...
I only add salt at the mushroom part. Because I over-salt everything, so... And I really love cooking for my wife, my kids. I know it sounds crazy, but I'm just a cook. I can cook almost anything you can imagine, and one of the reasons why I filmed thousands of videos of me cooking, because I've never published it, because the first meal I ever cooked for anyone was I cooked for me and Mallory in my apartment in Hartford, and then I cooked her something very similar in a very similar apartment. It wasn't too big. It was just perfect. I shared it with a professional hockey player. He was a cool dude. It's a long story. Alright, so we have this, and the mushrooms are going to cook down, so let's give that a minute. For anyone that cares, I'm a big fan of cast iron cookware. It also helps out when you're doing multi-layered meals, where you have... Oh, bad boy's hot. So what we want to do is we want to add the onion. And this will stew down. This is all your mushrooms. I cook the peppers separate because I'm going to use this for the chicken. Ooh. Peppers I love for color. Sweet peppers have very little taste. See, the fire, it's not on. But the cast iron just maintains. See, this is too late to cook. So it's just thrown out. You don't have to waste utensils constantly. Mix this together. You want to get everything. Try to get as much garlic coated all around. Most of that garlic's going to burn off. It's really not garlic that's anything but flavoring. Flavor country, as some might say. My Bob Ross calm voice as I rage inside in front of my kids. No more than anything. This is insanity. Oh, speaking of insanity, how do you add onions and not stir? Alright, here we go. This will continue. This will continue. This will go in right here. Let's go ahead and this. You know, I just realized one thing that is relatively valuable is that when people see me in public and they see me happy or whatever, they attribute it for me to be on some sort of a substance. I don't even know what they're talking about most of the time, but in general, I think that maybe if people see it Sunday night, November 9th, I watched an incredible game that really was meant to highlight the brilliance of my two boys. I'm so proud of Pierce for coming out on top, and for Drake. Drake London had a better day performance-wise, so they both win. Plus, there was a Pierce on the Atlanta side, so I was kind of very confused on that side. And he had a big sack. You always are proud of any people that have big sacks at key moments. So here, I want to save the rest of this. This will get chopped up. A lot of. So you save the better looking stuff for here, and you do this part for this part. I'm a fan of the greens, but as you can see, if given a choice of which one will be used in the final part, I want to take the stalky parts, and you want to put them in right about now. Let's go ahead and okay. So one of the handicaps, unfortunately, that I have is I have no short-term memory. So when I cook, I use two separate cooking instruments, so one balances the other one. So right now, I just remembered I have something also in the microwave, which I completely forgot about. But see, this is ready to be stirred. You don't want to burn yourself. Oh, I looked this way. Hope no one saw any of my secret sauce, the legal paperwork, and everything else you want to laugh at me about. But in time, you will see, just like this meal of food, everything I do is genuine. It's the best that I can do, and sometimes it's really amazing, and sometimes I fail. But I assure you, I'm one of the few people out there that's actually doing something, trying, and working my ass off. So please give me a little bit of credit for how difficult my life has been made by the people that I thought were designed to really support me, love me. So right now we have almost a reduction. So I like to bring down, I like to bring down the moisture of the mushrooms. That's how I cook them. And as you can see, the onions are just totally breaking down slowly. And I like the whole garlic. I'll tell you a funny joke one day. I'm in the mood about whole garlic. And you know what? Speaking of garlic, is this really going to hurt anyone if we just add a little bit? No, it's not. It's not. No one's ever gone to jail for adding garlic. So this is the mushroom base, and what's going to happen is once the peppers are cooked down, I'm going to add the peppers, and everything's going to just stir and simmer down. And I like it to be overcooked, almost like a ratatouille when I make it, so that the chicken, which is an eggless scampi, I don't like the bread traditionally, but I like the breadcrumbs as part of the chicken. So cast iron, the more you cook in it, the better it tastes. So let's take a break. Come back. So you were saying that you would invest in a wheel of cheese.
I would.
I've bought once an entire wheel of cheese that I ended up. It might have might have just given half of it to my uncle, but it was like one of those $800 wheels of cheese, and it lasted for months. I gave it to everyone I knew. It was one of the. It wasn't even.
Amazing gift.
Yeah, it wasn't. Well, it was like one of those off the back of a truck type of thing.
Which are always the best.
I guess. Thank you. No, he. It was like over. It was like a delivery guy from the cheesemonger. My uncle was a manager, or still, of a wine shop, and the cheesemonger delivery company. I guess the guy was like, "Hey, I can make this disappear out of inventory, and or whatever." Maybe he had an extra one. So this is our chicken. And this is just going to cook fully in a cast iron. I like to burn chicken. I'm a big fan of overcooking chicken. Call me crazy. My sister-in-law, she ate raw chicken. It was very weird. But to each his own. Alright, well this is where the pasta will go into. This will keep cooking down. This is where we need to, mallocated capers. Janie likes capers. So I cook for whatever I'm cooking for the moment. So we'll see what happens next in this story. But I know that garlic is definitely going to be a part of it. Let's go ahead and do that. Let's see the heat on this bad boy. Oh. I should really use a towel on that. Alright. This will just keep cooking down. I'm going to save the rest of this parsley for when the pasta is added. So you don't need to add more oil. It's enough oil. Chicken will go in here for the soup cook over here.
This is the cleanest you've ever cooked.
Yeah, you think so?
Yeah.
I think I got a drop of oil on me.
Maybe it's because we're on your shoulder towel.
Maybe. Maybe.
There you have it.
You're right. There's some truth in that. This is where the pasta is going into, so the garlic goes in first. Yes, ladies and gentlemen. Shit is hot. All right. Off camera, I added just a little bit of artichokes to the pasta. Lower the heat now. I'm going to burn this. Let's see this bad boy over here. The peas are almost boiling. This is all ready. This is all ready. This is going to cook down. I add the calamari olives at the end, which is right now, or else they just cook down. You don't want that. You don't add too much. It becomes too salty. Very salty olive. Chopped up, but for some reason it's staying together. Alright. So now let's take a look at our chicken. Oof. Just can't see that flavor. And this is just going to burn up in this pan perfectly. And when that's ready, that's when it gets combined. Now at this point we want to really lower the heat Because this is doing nothing but just sitting here waiting for the pasta. And the pasta can't go in until the chicken is in. So it's pretty simple. Period of time. So here we go. Let's go ahead and check on the pasta. This bad boy is going to come to a boil. And so is this one. So is this one. So is this. We don't need this. We don't need this. We don't need this. We don't need this. We'll clean it later. Now, once you have a base like this, I mean, you really can't fuck this up. All right.
Cheese? Okay, move out of my way. I'm getting in my way with food.
Is it all right?
You know, do you like escargot? So the best thing about escargot isn't the escargot; it's the garlic butter contraption thing that comes in. You dip your bread in it.
Yeah.
It's like that.
Thank you so much.
It's so good.
And so that means you liked it?
Love it.
I'm so confused.
Love it.
Yeah, that's cool.
Like I could drink that shit.
Really? It's that good?
Garlic, it's butter.
There's no butter in there.
In this, there's no butter.
There's no butter.
No, in the thing.
In the escargot you're talking about?
Escargot is new.
Oh.
I'm a big fan.
Well, wasp.
I'm a wasp. I love escargot.
No.
How do you not love escargot? Snails and garlic butter.
I don't know, Jamie. If I can choose not to eat snails, like say we're not in survivor mode and there's like other proteins out there to eat that are just not reptilian or mollusks. Well, mollusks. Yeah,
Stop yucking my yum.
I'm not yucking your I'm not yucking your yum. I thought that this is a conversation about food tastes,
Food taste.
You were exposed at a young age to a rich waspy culture, a wealthy. I mean, escargot is an expensive food, no? Right?
Yeah.
So you have to grow up with parents with money that introduce you to it. I never had any of that stuff. First time I walked into the supermarket.
It's interesting when I started working for you, I learned about real estate.
Yeah.
So, and my grandma and grandpa bought real estate down the shore.
Yeah.
Before people were buying houses on the shore.
Okay.
And built a house and had a second house. Back when having a second house was a big deal.
Okay.
And they had a house a block from the beach. They built it themselves. They maintained
This
it.
is the one with your father and his siblings almost killed each other
Yeah.
over. Is this the same
Yeah.
residence?
Yeah.
This is the root of all of your childhood positive memories.
Mm-hmm.
This is where you sold seashells by the
By
seashore,
I
right?
made killing. Ask anyone.
Who am I going to ask?
I don't know, but anyone. There are Seagardites that hang out in that town that have been there for years.
Seagardites?
Yeah.
That's what you call someone that's...
They're lifers. They stay for a long time.
I never understood on cooking shows why they never show the pasta boiling. Just skip
Because
over.
they just have it ready because the show has to go on and watching water.
Oh, wah. It's pretty cheesy and funny at the same time. All right.
I'm gonna be.
All right. I'll give you that much.
Pasta I can do. I can do pasta.
I can do
I can
pasta.
do pasta, bread.
Oh yeah, no, it's a good thing we don't have any. We don't have any bread
If you
tonight.
want me to make something else, it's like pasta. You don't have to.
What kind of pasta? Do you do a red sauce?
No, I do. I'm big into garlic oil and making something up.
Is that right? I'm
So
listening.
one night I just chopped up so much garlic and oil and butter, and I made this fantastic oil garlic sauce, and I put it on top of pasta. The kids ate a pound of pasta. Hold on.
Really?
Yes. And,
Well, I mean, you're cooking for a small army.
and I realized that
Your kids are good
the
eaters,
simple garlic oil butter pasta is.
I always said you and Jared did a good job in the discipline aspect of raising your kids. You guys were like, this is what it is. I don't know if it was you. I do believe it's you. I think that you're the. I remember we only went on one vacation and things like that. So, but I do believe that your kids are well behaved, and I attribute that to you and your former spouse. I mean, you got to give credit where credit's due.
Well, this looks delicious, Chef.
Cook. I'm a cook. I am not a chef. I don't know any formal chef skills. I have no skills, actually, to tell you the truth. I'm skillless.
You are. Irregardless, you are.
Not skillette. Skillette.
You are skillet.
Ray Gillette from Archer. One of the best. All right, here we go. You know, this pasta looks ready. All I have to do is just cook it for one more minute.
Ready? I'm so excited. Are you almost close to chow time?
10:58. I combine everything.
Oh, yes.
So.
Can you open the oven so I can check out the chicken?
Yeah, except it's already mixed in with the pasta.
Oh.
I mean,
Oh, it's in there already.
Mirepoix.
You know what this reminds me of?
What?
Do you remember Joe's American Bar and Grill?
Yeah, I love it.
Okay, they
Great
had
bread
this
and butter.
Great pasta dish that was like this, and you add like a little cream sauce, and it was called like this. It was so gluttonous.
Because he said that you worked at
I
Paparazzi
did.
and
So
they
we
shared a
shared
kitchen,
yeah,
right?
we
They
shared, no,
said-
we did not share a kitchen. An alleyway. We shared this.
I remember the alleyway. That's where the bathroom was.
Yes.
I believe it was.
Paparazzi was great. They
Why
had
did Joe's-
focaccia bread? I would eat
Yeah, that,
so
well,
much. They would take a loaf out of the oven, and the staff would just like hover.
they have such great bread.
The most amazing focaccia.
Not Paparazzi. Paparazzi.
Yeah,
We
Paparazzi
discussed
has
this.
amazing
I still am
pasta.
gonna wait for the final
And
minute.
Joe's had
No, this is ready.
the American food. So Joe's had the most popular dish was,
I'm listening.
and the other thing was this pasta. It was like very famous that they made.
I'm listening.
So anyway, this was their dishes. And Paparazzi had their focaccia. They had this shrimp dish that always sold out.
Sold out?
Always.
How do you sell
And then
out
they
on
had
a
a
shrimp dish?
lobster
Why don't they just
pasta.
buy more shrimp?
People would come for this lobster pasta like it was straight up out of the ocean.
It was drugs. There was the drugs.
Drug lobster pasta.
It was drugs inside. You have the lobster pasta.
Here's the cheese.
You know what, sous chef?
Yeah,
Sous
what's
cook
that,
over
want me to
here?
do this?
I want you to mix it around.
I'll do it. Don't threaten me. I'm getting in here. Watch
Yeah,
out.
you got it. Jamie.
What? I'll play my part. I'll do this. I'll mix this.
All right.
The best part. The cheese.
You like the way it looks?
I do. I'm ready to eat. This looks so good.
Clearly, you'd be horrible at tossing a salad.
Clearly. But I know a guy I can call who's professional salad
Professor
tosser.
in Livingston, New Jersey.
I do. I have a guy I can call.
Like you need a like. Do you think his
Just
business
in
card
case.
says salad
He's
tosser?
like, you know what? I think he should put that on his business card. Professional salad tosser.
I don't feel like we're getting any of this
But
mixed
you
in.
have to like mix it in the bowl and like get it all together.
All right, I'm ready. I'll take it.
The
I got
process
it.
is like, ready?
No,
You poured it in
no, it's
like
got to
a-
cook a little more.
All right.
Got to cook in here for.
All right. I'm gonna put the cheese on the table because
Yeah, go ahead.
That's gonna be an exciting opportunity for me.
All right, now this is all comes together. Oh. It's- all right, perfect. Now we get exactly what I had promised. What happened to the cheese? You already brought it? All right, well, I can't show any more to the audience.
Beautiful. Oh my god, with this thing on top. Put the tongs.
What tongues? Oh, no, you want a clean pair. No, you don't want to be sloppy.
No. I mean,
Don't
like,
cut
then get a new
corners.
pair. I'm just saying, like.
I know.
either way.
All right, Sue Cook. Here, take this. Go ahead. Good work.